Hi, and welcome to Fedmail. Thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon Shabbat. Shalom to you. Big Shabbat coming up with Passover very, very soon. So clean your house, get rid of your chametz, sell your chametz, reach out to one of our local rabbis, and get yourself ready for the Seder. Big week. So much has happened. Last week during Fedmail, I know that I reported that things had become very tense with Iran. There was an imminent attack, and last weekend a major, unprecedented barrage was unleashed from Iran and its allies against Israel. Now, Israel's Iron Dome system, coupled with very helpful allies, Jordan, the United States, and Great Britain, shot down most of the projectiles that were fired. But in any event, it was an incredibly scary, tense night. I spoke to friends and family members in Israel. You could hear the Iron Dome explosions happening in the background. But all of this goes to prove that those who have spent the last 6 months trying to undercut military defense aid to Israel, trying to isolate Israel, really were proved to be wrong in all of this. Had we woken up the next morning to mass casualties, it would have been tragic. It also would have meant a much more dangerous and unstable region. So I hope that elected officials who saw the events of last week really come to the conclusion and recognition that those who seek to isolate Israel or seek to undercut military defense aid to Israel are in the wrong on this. And it's especially important given the escalated tensions and the difficulty facing the country right now. Within the past 12 hours, there was a strike on a radar facility in Iran outside of one of these nuclear sites. And of course, we are all watching the news as it relates to that. And talks continue with Hamas about a hostage release and ceasefire deal. And I certainly would like to see our hostages home for Passover. Of course, we say, let my people go. That's a phrase that's so fundamental to Pesach. And here we are with still over 130 hostages held in captivity. And let's not forget also the Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, who's held in a Russian prison. So we're hoping for their safe release, their return, and peace in the region. I also want to thank all of you who came out to our rally at City Hall last weekend. Very quickly put together. Once Iran struck at Israel, we called upon you to meet us at Worcester City Hall. We did a march, we rallied, we sang, we prayed, and it was great to see you out there. A wonderful show of force. I want to now turn to Fedmail, talk about some things that are happening locally, but I want to draw your attention to a really creative initiative suggested by Carol Goodman Kaufman to put a lemon on your Passover table. And I want you to read about it by scrolling down in the Fedmail flyers below. Check it out. This is a cool one, an interesting idea, and we thank Carol Goodman Kaufman for suggesting it. I also want to invite you to come to a PJ Library Life and Legacy event at Wormtown Brewery, downtown Worcester, May 2nd. We're going to talk about this great initiative from the Grinspoon Foundation to support and endow our PJ Library program. You know PJ Library? Do you know that almost 500 families in our community are receiving Jewish content books each month? Connects them to our wonderful, rich heritage and to our community, and we're grateful for our partnership with Grinspoon to make that happen. I also want to suggest to you, if you're a middle school or high school student, or you know of someone who is, sign up for the B'nai B'rith Rhoda and Pinka Gurvich Art and Writing Yom HaShoah contest. And this year, the subject is Nicholas Winton. You know Nicholas Winton? If you don't, you should look him up, but he was instrumental in saving thousands of Jewish children during the Shoah, during the Holocaust. And we thank Worcester City Councilor Mo Bergman for suggesting this year's topic. So this year's topic, Nicholas Winton. If you are a middle school or high school student, you can win cash prizes for participating in this contest. And every year we get wonderful entries. Also, last but not least, of course, with Passover coming up, we want to make sure you're well prepared. Do you have matzah? Do you need to sell your chametz? Is there a Seder you need to go to? Reach out to us. We can make some great suggestions. Also in Fedmail, there are wonderful options. Our congregations would love to have you. There are organizations that would love to have you. And our community is full of vibrancy and a lot of places that you can go. So I look forward to seeing you at these community seders and community programs. We've got great things coming up also. And I just want to say thank you once again. And last but not least, let my people go. That should be our Passover message this year. Take care. Shabbat Shalom. Bye-bye.